The TV is way too misleading, telling them lies until you believe it. Repeat it, repeat it, repeat it, repeat it. It don't take a genius to pick up the pieces. Turn off the
Alright, mic check. I think we are good to go. And a couple of things to go over. Hope you're having a good weekend thus far. It's Friday, 3rd of January 2025. Can you believe it? In the blink of an eye, it will be 2026, 2027, 2028, 2029, 2030, and so forth, right? Can't ask ourselves though and wonder how much more of the doom society direction and people just really just gonna relax and kick back, because I couldn't believe it. About 4 in the morning, I saw something pop up and I said, "Rah, you know what, let me just see what's going on," because I didn't even know about, I wasn't following the Tesla explosion stuff. Obviously I knew about the other one. Was it on the same day or New Year's Eve? Yeah, because you had the one that plowed through the people, and then you got the Tesla car that blew up, yeah? Or the truck, whatever. But it was funny when I saw how melted the guns were. And then of course those pesky passports that always happen to be literally fine, A-OK, and of course they can find the passports. Just like finding the 9/11 guys' passports and 19 hijackers after the buildings came down. I mean, really? Sorry guys, one moment here. So yeah, the age-old question obviously is rhetorical. I mean, ridiculously at this point. That old chestnut, right? And you know, it's funny watching things like even Dexter. I'm trying to think of some other media. Oh, what was the one? I still haven't even watched it yet. What was it called again? Oh my god. There was one in USA, but originally the series came from the UK. What was it called again? Oh man, what was it called? And it basically shows how the rich and elites or whatever, you know, they want to spread these viruses and things, along with showing you how they make up your, you know, Manchurian candidate type of thing, if you know what I'm talking about. Basically like a, I don't know if it would be, not, it's not a sleeper cell, is it? But basically, you know, something that can be activated, you know, at will, you know, literally programmed. And you got to wonder, just like how they can give you these little shows like Dexter, showing you, yeah, man, you know, people are, you know, trying to basically groom somebody's ways of being, so to speak. Now, obviously, I'm not fully going with the Dexter show like that, but I'm just saying in the sense of, because I'm sure, was it Jeffrey Dahmer? Was his old man, was his dad military or police? I need to double check that. I need to check that, because that would be interesting. But my point is, more to the point, I mean, what's that other film? Masonic-Ultra? If you haven't seen the movie Masonic-Ultra, watch that one. That shows you what I'm talking about, mkUltra. Hence why I usually put on the screen. As it pops up now, mkUltra Utopia. Was the program called Utopia? I think the program that I'm trying to remember is called Utopia. There was an English one and an American one. And of course, they brought it out on Amazon just in time in 2020 for when you're on lockdown. And then they're showing you how the rich are poisoning the people. And then you've got the Celeb 19 going around. And they also show you how they fit or let out from wherever, you know, a facility, or how they, if they're not in a facility, or how they have them, you know, probably amongst you already, where you live, yeah, built up, or suburbs or whatever, yeah, and how they can fit into society or whatever, even be going to college or work, or you don't even see them, and then all of a sudden, regardless if they work or college or not, my point is, however they get them to be triggered, and then all of a sudden you've got somebody driving a Tesla into the Trump Tower, blowing his head off, then the bomb goes off. Again, did the bomb have a timer for the bomb? I would like to know that. Is there a black box in the car? I mean, like a plane. I mean, it is right, fucking hell. Is that possible? Did it detect something was going to go off? But my point is, what I'm saying is, it's not too far-fetched. Yeah, that's what I keep saying to you, man. It's not too far-fetched with what's going on, right? And I've got a quick video. I've got one from The Illusion, and we've got one from Zach. So we'll quickly watch that as well, just to slightly break the mold before we go forth. Got a couple more videos because we're going to have to get onto some globulins today as well. Shout out to the Globe Earthers. As always, Zach, where you at, man? Or any globalist, come and make this make sense. I've gone over it so many times, but we'll go over it briefly today. Got videos to make you think, because there's just no way the heliocentric model, as said, allegedly, is executing all the moves simultaneously, of which speeds up and slows down, and you don't notice it, not to mention all the other things that factor in as well. So right, let's quickly get to a video here. Because they keep throwing out, oh, flat earthers have got low IQ. Of course, I'm going back to Zach when I say that part. I mean, that's crazy. But how comes you people never honest with yourself? And this is just going back in general terms. When shown the obvious, not to mention you dodge, duck, and weave. Them times you're getting haymakers. You thought you was dodging. Metaphorically, you ain't getting nowhere, mate. Yeah, that's why you can't answer the question, or even have the discussion about the questions that's being raised here. Why you not just think you can? Oh, we'll just bring up a maths equation. Oh, that's why you can't feel it. Really? That's crazy. Then you've got the moon dragging along. Then you'll come up with a maths equation. Well, because of how weight the weight of the moon, and the sun's 93 million miles away, when clearly the sun ain't that flipping far. Are we chasing the sun? Do you feel like you're chasing the sun? Let alone going in about 3, 4, 5 different directions while speeding up, slowing down. Really? Or is the sun merely just passing across your head, just like the moon, the closest wandering celestial bodies? Because as I say, I wanna know. If you haven't seen that video, I have got one of the clips from that. Spare of the moment, off the top of the dome, improvisation tune with lyrics asking that very question. Or should we just play it now? Fuck it, we'll play it now, then we'll get to the Tesla via Zach. Shout out to Zach, as always, regardless. Yeah, let's play I Want to Know first.
Mic check. I wanna know why I ain't looking. I wanna know why I don't look like that.
Hey,
I wanna
tell
know.
them.
I wanna know why I ain't looking like that. I wanna know.
Why aren't we? Yeah? Come on. Make it make sense now. Come on, globalist.
Why ain't looking
Come on.
like that? Why we ain't looking like that? FTFE, McLooney Tune, this one, that one. Who's that one? Limey, something lime or something. That I left a message on them. All of you, Global Mum,
R.I.P. to Limey.
Sean Hawkins.
R.I.P.
I wanna know why we don't look like that. I wanna know. Yeah, because speed is speed. I don't want to hear about like this Joker just now in the comments. I haven't read all what he's put yet, but just the entry part where he put out to say, "Yo, Bedrin, do you want to take away, reverse that opening statement? Because you know that's pretty stupid." Oh well, because the gift the gift is sped up, mate. You know MPH is MPH, yeah. When a comet's flying by, meteor, like a plane, like you taking a piss. From the ground, we can't see no difference. When I'm showing you live feed from supposedly in space, you can't see no difference. Are you taking a piss? And we can't feel anything?
Yeah, so again, you can't feel it, you can't see it, but you must believe it. Yeah? Again, if there's a lamppost closer to you and you're going up the road and you look in the foreground, whether it's houses, whatever, you know what I mean? It's slower. You get parallax after a while, right? Two things will cross over. So in the background, say if it was first on the right, and then closer to you is more to your left, or as you're going forward, yeah, or whatever way, yeah, because when you look at it, it's going to be going left to right, so to speak, right? As an example, my point is, it's going to shift placements, yeah. Whatever was at the back from say right, then after so much movement, it's going to go to the left side. Yeah, but you still got what was closer to you, say like a lamppost that was close to you looking in front. My point is, why don't stars ever cross over, please? Why is there no parallax? Because that's what it's called. We're doing all this movement. How is this possible? You don't feel it, you can't see it, but we must believe it. That is the question. before we play this video, last thing, 20 seconds. Where is all the numbers you like to draw for maths? How comes you don't remember and say, oh, you know what? The speeds are a bit crazy. And again, forget the axis spin on the axis tilted. We've gone over that. Torus fields and all of that. The ground ain't moving. Atmospheres, magnetospheres, and all of that jazz. Torus fields. That's why you got sphere in those words. Atmosphere, magnetosphere, stratosphere, etc. Yeah, ionosphere. So again, all the speeds. How comes you lot forget? What are you saying? You don't know your model? 66.6 thousand miles an hour going around the sun in a elliptical orbit. What does elliptical orbit entail? Speeds up and slows down. Plus centrifugal force. Hence why the merry-go-round was a clear example, and that's why that boy's eyeballs in the video was looking the way they was looking. Yeah? Somebody revved up the back of the motorbike wheel, he's on the merry-go-round. Look pon him highball. Look pon him highball. What are you saying? Look at his eyes, man. Yeah? And the dub play is now early 2000s, because I'm quickly splitting it and showing you the other part as well, which I always show. Remember, they added corkscrewing through the universe in the early 2000s. When I was in school, we only did what I just said 2 seconds ago. Then how comes now? Oh, so we're chasing this on corkscrewing, chasing it, going to whatever sideways? Around the, cosmos, the Milky Way, big black holes or whatever they're trying to say. It's like, okay, really? And again, look up satellites, how many? Tens of thousands. Then space debris. Really? Again, was they really at the bottom underneath the ball when they just went on the final experiment the other day? Did anybody do any gyroscope stuff in their phone or something on the whole flight? I ain't seen that one pop up yet. That should have been a standard one, especially for the Globelins, because I know somebody on our side already did that. They had the leveler and, probably an app or something like that. Oh yeah, let me bring you up here as well, man. You want to come up, or this is just crazy? Yeah, feel free to come up if you want to. If people think we are spinning space, I have a bridge for sale if they want to buy it. Serious offers only. I have a bridge for sale, because it's just bizarre. Like, it's so bizarre. It's like, okay, that's why I like bringing this up, because regardless if you can bring a mantra or this part of the code and blah blah blah, and have great brain cells and directions and aspects, well then really, of course people are going to be falling for Tesla crashing into. Of course they are. 9/11, 2020, the pokey in your arm or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Spoke about this how many times? Of course they're going to fall for it. They're taking you off spiritually, taking you off your equilibrium spiritually. They just keep giving you a whole bag of bullshit left, right, and center. Yeah, the link's in the thing if you want to join. Just Gone Viral. Shout out to Just Gone Viral, aka Mr. Freemason. Alright, let me quickly play this video. Alright, we'll do the illusion first and then we'll do Zach. Again, check out the illusion if you want. Subscribe to his channel.
Guys, so much wisdom is hitting me recently, and all glory to God. Check this out. More to reveal, these high-level Satanists know what's about to go down. On January the 1st, a Tesla Cybertruck exploded outside Trump's hotel in Las Vegas, the city of sin. And on 12/30/24, on LeBron James's birthday, Elon Musk, who owns Tesla, posted the following on X. Cybertruck looks like the future. This Cybertruck is on fire with a Cybertruck that looks like it's on fire. He posted that on 12/30. 12 plus 30 equals 42, and the Beast of Revelation reigns for 42 months. And 2 days later, you have the Tesla Cybertruck explode outside Trump's hotel in Vegas. They know. Alright, these children of the devil, they know. And what makes it worse is that these demons are worshipped. They are worshipped in this fallen world. Alright, Elon Musk, 210.3 million followers, guys. Look at these guys, Bill Gates, Donald J. Trump, Mr. Beast. They all work for Satan. They all work for Satan.
Exactly.
Driver in Las Vegas Cybertruck blast was decorated US Army soldier, officials say. Suspect 37, who authorities believe shot and killed himself, interesting, before Tesla vehicle detonated, served as green bearer. The fourth horseman of Revelation rides a green horse and symbolizes death. And then you have this suspect 37, who authorities believe shot and killed himself, served as green bearer. He was deployed twice in Afghanistan. Just more war symbolism, guys. Look at this. Livelsberger 37 died while 7 bystanders were wounded. I've shown you all the connections with Trump and Neuralink with the number 7. Livelsberger was first identified in media reports. On Thursday afternoon, the FBI said it believed the suspect was Livelsberger. His military ID, I was talking about the mark of the beast, guys, the digital ID, was found in the vehicle, and officials said tattoos, like marks on his body, gave a strong indication the body was his, and was waiting for DNA tests to confirm this. So, keep it short and sweet, guys. Elon Musk, 2 days before the Tesla Cybertruck exploded, did a post saying Cybertruck looks like the future, showing the image where it says, Tesla King, this Cybertruck is on fire, with the image of the Cybertruck looking like it's on fire. And if you want to avoid the lake of fire, you need to accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior today. Come off Twitter and start reading your Bible. God wins.
Yeah, through salvation, though, innit? So you can help others after you come to realization yourself. Again, nobody's coming down in any rapture, as we've spoken about before. I mean, they're taking a while, right? There's plenty of bloodshed and stuff going on. Where they at? or this, Almighty. Again, I'm not saying there's not an Almighty God or Almighty Creator. I mean, duh, it's a bit of a no-brainer at this point. But I'm going to play all of this, but I'm going to play Zach's clip in about 30 seconds. I just want to hit a quick point that I didn't say just a moment ago, as we keep it moving. And then I'll play the whole of it. Well, it's only a clip from one video that I put up before, but so this. That one, excuse me. No, this one, sorry. Give me one moment, just gone viral.
Yeah, no problem.
I know I've said some mean things about flat earthers, and I don't know if I take any of it back. I know I've said about 1,000 times they all need to be thrown in a wood chipper, and I think that's also probably still true. Who's rooting for any... I know I've said some mean things about flat earthers, and I don't know if I take any of it back. I know I've said about 1,000 times they all need to be thrown in a wood chipper, and I think that's also probably still true. Who's rooting for anyone's death? I don't know if I've re-changed that opinion. I've been saying it since 2017. I'd say it's probably still true. If we could just throw all the flat earthers in a wood chipper, I think the earth would be a better place. Even though these people are evil and sick, I don't really want to wish death on anybody. I don't think that's good karma. Hey.
Again, can you make this make sense, please? Because this won't work on your model. Time lapses like that won't work on your model with all this movement. Really? Zach, come on, or any globalist, make it make sense. That's extraordinary to be, you know, so full of shit and be going on like we're so full of shit and we're the ones trying to, you know, do some mental gymnastics from trying to understand true earth when really the mental gymnastics is the heliocentric nonsense. Yeah. Yeah, the real mental crazy, you know, thinking gymnastics or not thinking is with the globe model. It is absolutely ridiculous beyond belief. So you want to say anything quickly before I play the next video? It's 6 minutes, so if you want to say something quickly.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, the only thing that I was going to point out to you, I found out something a bit interesting this morning. Obviously, it's not clarified, and I need to do a bit more research before I actually put it out there. But the guy who was in the Tesla truck, this is obviously just speculation until obviously I've confirmed it. But he was taken out, and then the truck was obviously ignited. But the guy who was in the truck, the guy who was in the truck.
Yeah.
Well, the guy who was in the truck is a guy who worked at aerospace and helped develop aircraft drones, and he's linked to the MH370 flight, Malaysia flight that went missing.
Wow, crazy. Interesting.
So whether he knew too much or he was going to say something, but apparently they just wanted him out of the way.
Yeah, because it's a bit like, you know, what's with the kamikaze type of thing. Oh, well, let me, you know, you've got something to say, but then
I didn't know about the Tesla truck thing with Elon Musk, that he put that post up with regards to Tesla on fire, and then the next 2 days later, then obviously you got the Tesla truck. But like, I spoke to you off stream before and stuff, and said with regards to, it's just strange that Elon Musk, the news was all about him yesterday with regards to his reaction to Keir Starmer, the UK Prime Minister, and also Tommy Robinson. Like I said, it's almost like it was an advertisement for Tesla trucks to see how indestructible they were.
Oh yeah. What did you say about the windows before?
Well, the windows broke, didn't they? He did the experiment and he said they were like bulletproof glass, and he hit it with a sledgehammer and it broke. Whereas this time the explosion's gone off and the windows, and they've made a point of it as well, that the windows haven't broken in the front.
Yeah.
So almost like a sales pitch.
Yeah. And for indestructible passports as well. They got the, literally, it's only like burnt slightly on the corner, not even brutally burned.
What was it? What do you reckon it was? The passport was made out of? Do you reckon it was diamonds, gold? No, not diamond or gold. That would have melted, wouldn't it? It must have been Teflon passports.
Some shit. This is like some DARPA. You know what I mean?
Well, it kind of, it sort of makes you wonder and think, doesn't it? Really.
Yeah.
That's just kind of, I'm obviously going to have a bit more of a look into it and to see and clarify it before obviously I try and do a video on it, because I don't want to put information out there that's not correct. But even when you do put information out there that is correct, we know that the algorithms of YouTube go on a messy one and end up banning or taking videos down that don't actually violate any terms and conditions.
Exactly.
So there you go. You're fighting against the wind a little bit, really. But
Yeah.
yeah, like I said to you though, well, it is, isn't it? It's kind of, you feel like you're fighting an uphill struggle sometimes and stuff. And like with regards to the content and stuff that we cover, sometimes it's hard to get that out there because they don't. It seems that if you promote degeneracy or things that are a distraction, the algorithm pushes you. Whereas when you tell the truth about things and stuff like that, and I always say that when you start getting things banned or videos pulled down or being banned off your channel, it normally means you're on the right track.
Oh yeah, I hear you. It's an annoyance though, isn't it, man? You put the time in the work type of thing, you know what I mean? Even if you're not getting paid for
Yeah,
it. Or
yeah,
whether you
it
want
is,
paid
but
for
it's
it or
one of
not.
them things where you just got to keep going, haven't you?
Yeah. Yeah, as I say, really just there for the few that get it. We understand that.
Who was who was the other fella that was on before last time?
Earl.
Is it Earl the Cat?
The Naps?
Eldonats or something, yeah, I can't remember his name off the top of my head. He had quite a lot of information, is quite good.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, Squirrel Sniper was even, I was actually quite taken back by how much he knew with regards to history of Latin, Greek, mythology, numerology, gematria. I was almost like, I was just wondering how this guy knew so much information. He's well clued up. I was quite impressed actually. Like, I actually learned quite a bit just by listening to him. So yeah, all good round.
This is it. What I say to people, always check out other people if you can, because you may get another piece of the puzzle. And it's not that, even if I'm not, obviously, I'm not going to be versed like he's versed or even know everything that he knew, because I haven't been in that, you know what I mean, fully. But I know obviously
in that
it's
loop,
part of the understanding stuff and where language is coming from and other stuff. But even if some people may know that, sometimes they can't be bothered to reel off and go into, you know what I mean? So.
But don't you find now that it's to the point that they show things in plain sight that they don't actually care anymore? It's almost like being rubbed in your face and people still aren't picking it up. There's something I found out is quite interesting with regards to what Squirrel Sniper said, going back to Latin and Greek. Obviously, the language came from numbers in the first place, because numbers have always existed, which is how they built the pyramids. So what I was going to say is with regards to certain imagery, there's numbers shown in front of people's faces and they don't even recognise. So an example is the monster logo, okay, the green monster logo on the can. Now it looks like an M, but it's not. It's actual individual. It's 3 individual numbers, which are obviously the same number. And translated into Hebrew, it's the number 6, which is also translated into the letter W, which is why we've got www. Which is 666. And they told you it was the World Wide Web. They only made that name up afterwards.
Yeah. Fair you on that.
Which is quite true if you look at it, really, because if you look at the development of the internet and then you look at the degeneracy and the stuff that they've pushed out there all through TikTok. And I mean, I remember TikTok back in the day when it was just literally like a cesspit of everything. And then they started putting in restrictions. I'll tell you something interesting about TikTok. So TikTok was developed and designed in China, right?
Oh yeah.
So if TikTok's not that bad, why do the Chinese not allowed to use it? Why is TikTok banned in China?
China's not even allowed to. What? Really? Fucking hell. I thought they were getting banned.
TikTok was designed and developed and created in China, yet the Chinese won't let their own people use it.
Yeah. That's crazy. 1 second. Yeah, Squirrel Sniper. Spliff patrolling. Feel free to jump up if you want to jump up. And then I'll play a video if you want to say something quickly. And then I'll play a video. The video's about 5 minutes, so obviously if you want to jump up after the video or before, it's all good.
if when Squirrel Sniper comes up, you do know my knowledge is going to get knocked out the ballpark, don't you?
You said you just start. You feeling smarter just from the present.
I could sit and listen to that guy all day. He could educate me beyond belief, truly.
The Shakti, mate. Yeah, it's upgrade. Yeah, man. Big up Squirrel Sniper and Mrs. Squirrel Sniper, yeah? Hope you're having a good Friday. Start of the old weekend and all that malarkey. Shout out to Christoph again as well. Quick segue there. Let me quickly play this video. Just to keep it, mixed up nicely. Let me turn that down for a moment. All right, here we go. Shout out to Zach.
Welcome back, True Seeker. One more follow-up on the two big stories of New Year's Day 2025. Of course, it's the truck being rammed into the crowd on Bourbon Street in New Orleans and the Cybertruck blowing up at Trump Tower in Las Vegas. They're saying both of these vehicles were rented through the Toro service and used in terrorism, and they're researching if they're connected. But here's the number connection. Today is 57 days after the U.S. presidential election of November 5th, 2024. And remember, the election fell on Guy Fawkes Day, the day in history known as the Jesuit treason, or the day that the Jesuits tried to blow up British Parliament with fireworks. So look at the way CNN's headline is about the Tesla Cybertruck exploding. Fireworks, gas tanks, and camping fuel used in Tesla Cybertruck explosion outside Las Vegas Trump Hotel. All right, so again, that was remember the 5th of November, the day leaving 56 days left in the year. It's January 1st, so obviously it's 57 days later. Look at the gematria connection. Tesla Cybertruck and Bourbon Street both equate to 57, right? So that's the short list. Longer list. Elon Reeve Musk, his full name, Elon Musk's full name, Elon Reeve Musk equates to 57. In light of this happening outside the Trump Tower and how he's been dealing with all these assassination stories, it's interesting that the phrase Trump assassinated equates to 57. Hello, predictive programming. And remember, the enough is enough card with Donald Trump's face in the Illuminati card game is the assassination card. Other things that equate to 57 that matter. Scottish Rite, as in the Scottish Rite of Freemasonry, which has their Masonic temple in D.C., the House of the Temple. Within the Masonic rites, it's within the York Rite, there's the Knights of Malta degree that you achieve. And if you look into the actual Knights of Malta and the Scottish Rite, there's plenty of people on the world stage that are affiliated with both orders. Remember, all roads lead to Rome. And for the record, in gematria, Rome equals 57. But again, the rites of the Scottish Rite were written by Jesuit priests. The Jesuits are a military order of the Catholic Church, as are the Knights of Malta. And with regards to the Jesuits, they came out of France. Obviously, New Orleans is very French, came out of the Louisiana Purchase from the French. Regarding the Jesuits, so you can see Scottish Rite is 57, Knights of Malta is 57. Notice Georgetown's also 57. Again, that's the first Jesuit university, and it was established in 1789, the year that George Washington turned 57. So just an interesting collection of things that have the 57 connection, but yeah, just keeping it real simple. Tesla Cybertruck, Bourbon Street, both 57. If you're new here, you get these values in this cipher that we're looking at. It's all the same. By taking the alphabetic order with numerology applied. So A is 1 up to Z is 26. You take each letter and you do numerology with the letter. So for example, in Scottish Rite, S is the 19th letter. The numerology of 19 is 1 plus 9 is 10. 10 is 1 plus 0 is 1. You break each number down to a single digit. C is the third letter. It's already a single digit, so it's 3. O, the 15th letter, is 1 plus 5 is 6. T, the 20th letter, is 2 plus 0 is 2, so on. If you do not apply numerology, just the word Tesla alone is 57. And as we talked about also, New Orleans and Cybertruck alone both equal 45, like Donald Trump number 45. 2025 has a square root of 45, the return to number 45 in 2025, the year of the snake, after he read his snake poem a million times. And don't forget Turo, the car rental service equals 25. They're saying both of these trucks were rented through Turo. Turo equals 25. For the record, truck equals 19. And today is 19 days before Inauguration Day, which is something to think about. And that's the day of the college football championship, and they had to delay the Sugar Bowl. But pretty interesting stuff here. You know, another 57 while we're at it, the Jesuits should try to blow up British Parliament in England. England equals 57 as well. So, no slouch of a number is 57. Rome 57. Here's another 57 I could have put on there. Conspiracy 57. And I was just watching CNN talk about this, and they used the word coincidence. They said, yeah, it does seem just to be a coincidence that it was 2 trucks and 2 acts of terrorism, both rented through Turo. I was like, man, that's a lot of T. I know a guy whose name starts with T. It's Trump, like Trump Tower. But yeah, again, news by the numbers all day, every day, and just wanted to make sure people had this update. The rituals just keep on a-coming. And by the way, if you don't know, I've talked about this one a gazillion times, but Trump equals 25 as well, like how he's returned in 2025. Remember, he proposed the 25% tariffs for Canada and Mexico on the 25th of November. Man, and we thought prices were coming down. No, Trump works for that same Jesuit cabal. He's friends with Klaus Schwab, who said by 2030 you'll own nothing and be happy. All these rituals, day after day, contribute to the purposeful takedown of humanity. The takedown of what was supposed to be the United States of America, which has turned into a surveillance state where it's not the land of the free and the home of the brave, it's the land of the fee, the home of the slave, the enslaved, the fearful, the cowardly, the over-medicated, the obese. And again, all this does contribute because it keeps people in their homes, afraid to even go outside. But yeah, we'll leave it there for now, Truth Seeker. Thank you again to everyone who hits the like and the share. And until next time. Welcome back, Truth Seeker. One more.
Yeah, funny
Yeah,
enough,
something
well,
else that I was going to say, I just wanted to mention, obviously just to your listeners and what I spoke to you, obviously before you went live on stream, with regards to New Orleans in numerology. So like I said, last year going into this year is the enemy sign of the dog, which is Donald Trump. His enemy sign is the dog. Oh, sorry, Donald Trump is a dog. So he'll be in his enemy year, and he's still going to be in his enemy year up to January the 29th, which is when it changes over into year of the snake. So people born under dog energy, obviously it was a dragon year last year, still a dragon year at the minute until January 29th. New Orleans was founded 1718 in a dog year. So it's the enemy sign of the snake, which the snake year was still in. So that's why New Orleans got hit. So I say, ask most people who are born under energy year of the dog. 1982, Catherine Middleton. Look what happened to her this year. Donald Trump. Look what happened to him. Nicki Minaj had a video resurface after 2 years with regards to Megan Thee Stallion. Hunter Biden indicted on 3 indictments last year in his enemy year. So yeah, it's just strange how it all works out.
Interesting.
Well, it's Logan Paul's turn from January the 29th, so this year's going to be very interesting to see what happens with him. Bearing in mind, he's still got a legal court case still going on with regards to Prime, because it contains Forever. Forever. Yeah, Forever Ken. That's it.
Yeah,
that's it. And if you know about that and do your research, you'll find that Prime has 10 times the amount.
Yeah, Prime is brutal. I've never tasted it. I've never...
Well, from what the chemicals and the stuff that I read, is really not good for your insides.
Yeah, the sweetness as well, right? Just crazy, off the charts.
Well, they were saying about trying to pull it off the shelves. I don't know why it's still on the shelves. Well, I do know why it's on the shelves, because he's part of the establishment and that group, isn't he? So otherwise he wouldn't be where he is.
Exactly.
What makes me laugh is how he was still able. How is it people such as myself and yourself have videos removed under violations of terms and conditions which they don't breach or copyright, yet Logan Paul can go into the woods in a country in Asia which is known as a woods where people like to unalive, and when he finds someone that's unalive, do you remember that video that went viral of him in the woods for that? And this guy hasn't been removed, he's been promoted.
Of course.
Maybe that's what we need to do. Maybe we need to go and do something a bit extravagant. I'm obviously not saying what he did, but maybe go and do something. Go and take a walk through a graveyard on Halloween or something. That might be interesting.
Yeah, like you say, man, just do something just to get in with their algorithm if you can, and then switch. This is what we're really about. This is just to lure you lot in. Yeah. 2 years down the line, you got 2 million subs or something.
Yeah, well, even more than that. He started that show, didn't he? Impulsive.
Yeah. You need to switch.
I'll tell you another person who I find it very strange who's still going and still being promoted and stuff like that is our best friend, Mr. Beast.
Yeah. And
with going on with regards to his staff, the staff that he hadn't employed, and with regards to what's going on with minors and that. How's this guy still able to? No, I'll tell you another thing with regards to kind of numerology and Freemasonry and gematria and how it was all interconnected, is the colours that Mr. Beast promotes on his logo is blue and pink, which are the same colours as the transgender flag.
Right. Makes sense.
And Mr. Beast was known as a Christian before he became famous, but he's not a Christian anymore. And we know why. So, anyway, I'm going to jump off. It's been brilliant speaking to you, but I've got to go because I have to let the plumber out. Otherwise, he won't be able to get out on my own. But it's been awesome to speak to you. Take care, and I will catch up with you soon, all right?
All right, cool, brother. Have a good one, yeah?
No worries, take care.
Cool, hold it slow. Cool. Yeah, and just segueing off what you just said, Mr. B still about all these type of characters with all the type of allegations surrounding them and people around them and their team members or whatever. Who popped up on my feed this morning? Drake, who was with Aiden Ross, if you know Aiden Ross. Yeah, another probably agent for the gang to warp up the people in some way, shape or form. And again, if you haven't seen my video on Drake and the Freddy Krueger PDF file stuff, and he gave the girl that gets the minors to take off clothes and that, and he gave the girl, so you can see him on live with her, and he gives the girl, basically, he gives her all new equipment, so she can, nice lighting, new computer, and whatever else, the best mic, Meanwhile, the girl goes online and she's getting minors to flash bits and bobs and saying that, offering them stuff for it. So what? In the midst of, the fake beef between, because, he's one of them as well. What's the guy? Not Like Us. What's his name? Kendrick Lamar. Yeah, if you didn't realize, all these people. So don't think it's a versus. Yeah, like that. It's not like that. This is all done purposefully, just so you know how disgusting the industry is. Yeah. And how much they know. Oh, they don't care about anything. On to the next one. Let's throw that story. Oh, they don't care. They're just chilling. On to the next war. On to the next car plowing through people. You know what I mean? They don't care, man. They don't care. It's amazing to behold and watch this just all unfold. As I say, as you blink, seconds go by, seconds, minutes, hours, days, weeks and months, then years, And it's only getting worse. Boy, oh boy. Anywho, we've got a quick decode with we've got an update with Liam Payne. Yeah, I'm going to quickly go through Liam Payne quickly. We've got an update, an interesting one. Audio only, unfortunately. Oh, fortunately for me, because as I say, showing you the same thing over and over again. If you're not up to speed with Liam Payne situation, go figure, yeah? Go figure. I'm sure there's a playlist that will accompany my last video that I did for Liam Payne, or stream, the 7-hour stream. Wasn't all to do with Liam Payne, obviously, but right. Let me just pull up my notes. Give me 1 second here. We're going to be looking at Liam Payne. We've got the Catwoman. We've got some other situations we're going to quickly look at. Oh, just to quickly say, if you're not up to speed, be sure to check out Decoding with Cody, and that's with a K, yeah. So Decoding with the letter K in it, and then Cody with a K, O-D-I, K-O-D-I, yeah. Decoding with Cody. We've got some really good number situation with the code concerning the number 78 and the market crash in Germany situation, and how it was running parallel to an older situation. I'm sure it was in I don't know if it was in Spain, or I mean in Germany or France. I remember he had the triangular number as well with all the days, 3,000 and something. I can't remember exactly what it was. 78th triangular number. But anyway, I chuckled also last night or early this morning when they're talking about, oh yeah, we found this passport amongst all the burning going on in the car. You know, the guns were so much, melted. Of course they found the passports, as mentioned earlier, right? That old chestnut, just like 9/11, 19 hijackers they find. Through all the debris and burntness and all the rubble, you found all the passports. What are these passports made out of? Like but anyway, I'm sure Tesla equals 78. What was that thing again? I can't remember now. Was it when they said he was the most richest? Was that around the 78th anniversary of Tesla? Or since he died, or something like that? I know Zach brings it up sometimes, but again, is this just all coincidence? Obviously not. There's just no way this is all just coincidence. This is why they work the days, or whatever hour of the day when they do their thing. They understand the polarization of the day to what they've already erected to work with the Jezebel order, Matrix House, the crazy circus. We're under their net of madness. The way you can do it is just getting some understanding, introspection, and uniting. On a scale that is unprecedented. Is that ever going to happen? Fuck no. Would I like it to? It would be great, but I'm a realist, and the actuality of the thing, nah. You don't have had enough time to fix up, and you ain't fixing up so long. Right, where's my Liam Payne bit here? He was on that English guy. Yeah, what's the podcast? Diary of a CEO. If you know the guy, yeah, YouTube the guy. If you're not, or Google it will come up. We're going to look at when Liam Payne was on his show a couple of years ago, a year and a half ago. We'll get the dates up in a moment. Now again, I'm not saying that this one is more so to the doom and gloom side, although obviously considering what's happened to Liam. But I don't want it to over cloud and be like, oh well, no, it's just definitely, there's just never no organic stuff that you may be picking up, in the Masonic media. Sorry, to make you think that it's, Masonic media like that. Obviously things go beyond coincidence. There's no such thing as coincidence. There is a code playing out. As I say, what you got around you and things that you're into and how you're polarized and the timing that you're born. So much I always say. Let me just get to the notes here. Should be just here. Hold up. Just for a picture. Fucking hell, I went back too far. Hold up. I'm looking at the decode from the other day. Who's this Smidley? Noah Smidley, who is that? Shit. Fuck it. Oh my god, it closed itself off. Oh, do you know what? I might save it and do it later. I think that's what I might do. I think I might come back on later. We'll quickly do the Catwoman one. I'll do Liam Payne later on tonight. Maybe. Again, interesting, amazing, synchronicities that are way beyond coincidence. There's a code playing out. Again, he was on the show June 7th. One Direction equals 67. Not to mention the rest. There's some dub plates there. Very interesting. But anyway. So a lady called Jocelyn Wildenstein. She died on New Year's Eve, right? She was known as the Catwoman. Note the update time is 14 minutes past. This is in the sun, right? Again, so she's a well-known lady, but her face just basically looks like a lion that had plastic surgery, basically. That's how her face looks. Jocelyn Wildenstein, yeah? Catwoman socialite who spent millions on extreme plastic surgery, dies at age 84, right? The socialite shot to fame due to having extensive cosmetic surgery on her face, yeah? Now watch this doublet. Jocelyn Wildenstein equals 218. 218. And her birthday is August. Her birthday is August 5th. From her death, 31st of December 2024, to her birthday next year, 2025, 218 days. Again, her name, Jocelyn Wildenstein, equals 218, yeah? Again, known for plastic surgery. Plastic surgery equals 85. What day is she born? August 5th. Now, no, also plastic surgery in reverse ordinal equals 185. 185. Why is that important or interesting? because hold up here, should be somewhere. Shit, where's it gone? Hold up here. I'm missing something. Did I not take the screenshot? You know what? I'm gonna have to quickly do this date. So again, to her death to her birthday next year, 218 days. Her first and last name together, Jocelyn Wildenstein, equals 218, like 218 days to her October 5th birthday. Again, she was known for extreme plastic surgery. She looks like a lion that had plastic surgery. And she's born August 5th. Plastic surgery equals 85, much like 8/5, August 5th. And I'm sure I had a 185, but I can't. Do you know what? Let me quickly do the date on the calculator car. I don't know why I can't see it, and I'm sure I had a 185, unless I'm tripping. Give me 1 second here. We'll just go on the tab, but it's set up on already. Because this is a bit crazy. I'm sure there was a 185. Give me one moment here. Again, this lady's known, she was dubbed as the Catwoman. I remember growing up, she was in the tabloids here and there quite a bit. It was like 31st of December, yeah? Am I fucking tripping? Unless it was a mistake and I'm just tripping. Maybe it was a mistake and I just... Yeah, it must have been. Do you know what? Don't worry about the 185. Fucking hell, that sent me down a road I didn't need to go down. Excuse me, but never hurts to check. Also, oh no, don't worry about that. Well, the year that she died, would it be, was it that? Hold on, let me check, because I don't want to say it and it wasn't, because this year is a leap year. Hold up, is it still there? Yeah, so this year, sorry, last year, for 2024 on her birthday, her last life lesson and the numerology above that, basically life lesson 21, 8 and 5, 2 and 0, 2 and 4 equals 21. And above that, you got 57. Why is that interesting? 8 and 5, 20 and 24, 57. Cat equals 21 and 57. And she dies in 2024. Cat equals 24 as well. Again, she's known as being the Catwoman. Jocelyn Wildenstein. Google her. She just died. Your name will pop up. Jocelyn Wildenstein or Stein. Wow. She died at 84. Jocelyn equals 84. Also equals 33, her name does as well. Last name's got a 163 in there, that's the 38th prime. Also equals 64. If there was any, any nefarious activity. Feline. Woo, the day she died had a life lesson of 51. Feline equals 51. Wow, so the day she died, come on, man. Feline, we just spoke about cat and the life lesson and the numerology above that. Give me a break. It's all apophenia. Yeah, sure it is. Fucking idiot. Better take your meds. Okie dokie. All right. Fucking hell, best had, apparently. And 21. Or 201, drop the 0, 21. Anyway, if you write out plastic surgeries, plural, it equals 201. And again, 21, cat equals 21. Her last birthday for last year, she had a life lesson of 21. Cat equals 21 and 57. Again, above that, you got a numerology of 57. I mean, what are the odds? And also, if you write out, basically the Wildenstein, I think, is maybe her marriage name, but her I think must be original name or last name is Perisset, Perisset. And interestingly, she was known for cosmic surgery, right? Extreme cosmic surgery. If you write out cosmic surgery and Jocelyn Perisset, with her other last name. It is a full house apart from reverse ordinal. So it's a perfect overlay. 274, 88, 92. Go figure. And she's known for cosmic surgery. Or extreme cosmic surgery. Go figure. I mean, that is a dub play right there. But hey, I'm just pulling numbers on my backside. Tesla equals 78. What's this one? Shout out to... Yes, Squirrel Sniper says working hard. Listening harder. Just gone viral says Stein or Steen or Steinberg. Stein is a Jewish surname like Jeffrey Epstein. Oh yeah, of course. And Harvey Weinstein, yeah. Enough said. Hear that. Did I do it before this or after this? Oh, in the news, quickly, to do with Southport, if you're not up to speed with what I've put out for Southport, be sure to go and check out the playlist for that. Go on the tab or on the most videos since the situation's happened. I'm sure it's going to be in the doc coming up, because I remember there was like a 201 day span. I said, you see, of course he's going to get the 201. Or 20 weeks, 1 day, it was a 201 special. And but anyway, you've got news talking about the truth is coming out about what? The truth is going to come out. It goes on to say Alex Phillips says Southport riots were deliberately choreographed. That I can believe. It's not that hard to just set the people off and instigate, and and before you know it, you're working them up into a frenzy, rather than being, to be diplomatic without the argy-bargy, so to speak, which can be difficult, when something's broken the threshold of, and you're just, you want the best for your fellow man or your community, or you know what I mean, or the where you're from, overall, country or whatever. And it's not that you are a racist or something like that, but you can obviously see, okay, this is getting a bit crazy, along with all the other things going on. And these times, only so many can again take note of. Oh yeah, there's other stuff going on. Obviously, some people now, they've only got a couple of gears. I can only, you know what I mean, note one thing. I can notice that. And we're not even talking about the real layers of stuff. You know what I mean? And it all goes inside to just waking you up. I mean, yeah, waking you up in the sense of stirring you up. That's what I should say. It all falls into just, keep stirring you up. Which they do so easily. Stir the people up. Right, where is Mr. Liam Payne gone there? It's not that it's even that long, so to be fair. Is that all of it here? Right, we'll quickly go over this. And before we get to that, just quickly, I know Zach's looked into it, I haven't seen the video, but a news anchor from CNN, like an old school one, like he just died the other day, and of course they couldn't help but put a 38 minutes past 7 with the initial post time. So again, if you see it in the Sun, you'll see the published time at 7:38 again. Murder 38, found dead, collapsed, whatever, yeah, all those type of words. Cancel, destroy. 38. What was his name? Aaron Brown, who broke the 9/11 atrocity live on air. Give me a break. Dies at 76, so you know there's going to be some dub plates with that. Be sure to go and check out Zach. I know Zach's going to have some dub plates for that one. Fucking hell. Now, Liam Payne, right? Again, he's born 29th of August, yeah? He was on this podcast, well-known podcast now, called Diary of a CEO, yeah? And the particular one that Liam Payne was on, it was titled Liam Payne opens up about his darkest moments, failed relationships, and entrepreneurship, yeah? Interestingly, as I already mentioned before in today's stream, I gave you one nugget. But anyway, aside from the duration I'm about to say, to his birthday, yeah, August 29th, he goes on the show June 7th, and this is in 2021, yeah, June 7th, 2021. One Direction equals 67. And of course, we know what the extras that go with that. Again, I'm not trying to overly go with the Freemasonry 67, blood sacrifice, human sacrifice, because I'm not trying to say that what's his name was. But as I say, they may have extra handlers that set up, or it could have been even handlers around Liam Payne that got to, you know, oh, you're right, we've set up this podcast, if you want to jump on that, boom, boom, boom. But as I say, at the same time, I'm not ruling out to say that it can't be all organic. Death is death. Definitely ain't all organic. I don't care what you say. No way. Yeah. With all the Simpson stuff that we've already shown and whatnot, I mean, no way. But so the span of weeks to his birthday, 11 weeks and 6 days, much like 10/16. Again, if you drop the 0, we are dealing with numerology gematria. So again, when did he die? October 16th. And the other alternative span to his birthday is 83 days. So from the day he goes on Diary of a CEO, Liam Payne took it to the host or whatever, on 6/7, June 7th. Again, One Direction equals 67. And the other alternative span is 83 days. Murder 83. Really? What are the odds? Now, Liam Payne equals 42, yeah? Remember, if you're new listening to this, we did just cover the cocaine update the other day. Cocaine equals 50, and the day that they say that he got, or the last time he got and met that particular waiter guy or, you know, concierge guy that works in a hotel, that day had a life lesson of 32, which is the 2 days before he dies, right? And cocaine equals 32 and 50? Give me a break. And if you're not up to speed, we do show it visually with the video. So if you didn't see the long stream, you know, probably obviously in the first hour, I'm sure you'll find it in there because it is a long stream. But in the first hour, I'm sure it will be in there. So anyway, Liam Payne, 42, yeah, equals 42. And quickly, I'll say one piece. Liam Payne, 48. He dies 48 days after his October 29th birthday on October 16th. Known for being on The X Factor. The X Factor equals 48. Again, Liam Payne equals 48. And he was well known for having a song or single off an album called Up All Night. And again, interestingly, you know, certain stimulants choices can leave you being up all night. So that is interesting. Again, the initials 1D, the number 1 and the letter D, One Direction. 1D24, again, he dies in 2024. But anyway, Liam Payne equals 42, yeah? Sure, I got something for that. Hold up here. So I just saw it. Yeah. So from his birthday, but going to the show, is 40 weeks and 2 days. Liam Payne equals 42. And also from his death day going to the show day on the annual, but for next year, or for this year, 2025. Again, he died last year. Again, this year just started. But anyway, so from 2024, October 16th, with Liam Payne's death, to next year, June 7th, 2025. Again, this is the date he went on Diary of a CEO in 2021, but of course we're just checking it out on the annual. And 234 days, yeah? Hold up, just get it up on my notes. Fuck's sake, why is it not together? Liam James Payne, his full name equals 234. I mean, what are the odds? And is it usually 158? Hold up. Oh, hold up. Yeah, so as well as it being Freemason 67, if it is that in conjunction with, I don't just want to be saying, oh yeah, because that equals that and that day, and just because he was in the limelight, and clearly he definitely looking like he got killed in that way by the numbers from the gang. But does it mean that this part was as well? Was it all part synced up? Or is it just, the code of how things will fall out and fall into place just by the things that you like doing or don't like doing? So anyway, if it is, again, Freemasonry, human sacrifice, blood sacrifice 67. And not only that, it's the 158th day of the year. Freemasonry also equals 158 as well as 67. And that day leaves 207 days of the year. Again, ritual equals 27. It's interesting. Also, the same year his birthday had a life lesson of 42 as well. Remember Liam Payne, we just spoke about that, equaling 42 with the 40 weeks and 2 days or whatever it was we just spoke about. Also, One Direction equals, as well as that 67, it also equals 131, yeah? Why is that interesting? Because from the annual day of him going on the CEO podcast, YouTube, whatever, Diary of a CEO, it's 131 days to the day that he died. One Direction equals 131. So again, you got the 67 and 131 days to go with One Direction equaling June 7th, 6-7. One Direction equals 67. You see how it just comes together? Go figure. And it will be 5 months, 0 days. No, I'm chatting shit. 4 months, 10 days, don't worry. I'm looking at it wrong by accident. Anywho, that is interesting. Yeah, then also they say his life lesson is 45 and ritual equals 45 and 27. Again, he was on the Diary of a CEO on the day that leaves 207 days of the year. And again, this year, that day is not affected. Or last year, sorry, because that was the leap year. The days remaining for the 207 is, it's not affected. It's 207 days. And again, the alternative span of that day going to his birthday. Remember, we spoke about the 83, but also you got the 116. Much like 10/16, drop the 0. We're dealing with gematria and numerology. 0 is just a placeholder, so to speak. Yeah, October 16th, 116, 11 weeks, 6 days, or a span of 83 days, murder 83. If this part also syncs up with it. If it does. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. But I'll give it not much, but a tiny bit of leeway. And remember, the day that he died, again, blood sacrifice equals 67 and 76. The day he dies leaves 76 day of the year. Give me a break. In murder 34, he dies on the day of a lifeless in a 34. So again, Liam James Payne, 234, like 234 days from the day that he dies to the annual date of him being on that program coming up for this year. June 7th will be 234 days. Unbelievable. Liam Payne, 234. Now, the guy that runs it, Stephen Cliff Bartlett, he's born 26th of August. Didn't see much of him. Did I see anything of his name? Stephen Bartlett, 48. Interestingly. And 57. Hold up. 57. That was on 57 date numerology above the life lesson. So for 2024, Stephen Bartlett, 57. Hold up here. Sliding around in the slide pictures. The gallery. Yeah, 57 and 48. And 48's big part of it. Again, the X Factor 48, Liam Payne 48, the single, the song, the single off maybe, I don't know if it's off an album, Up All Night, or just a song by itself, equals 48. And again, Liam Payne dies 48 days after his birthday. The Diary of a CEO podcast equals 213 and 96. Isn't Liam Payne 96? Yeah, Liam Payne 96 as well. 42. Got me thinking of the old Drake curse, but I'm not trying to bring that in. But I know he's got those numbers in there as well. Fucking the Drake curse. But yeah, that's all I got for that. Alright, it's a quick one, or kind of a quick one, flyby. Not sure when I'll be back on. Again, just remember to check out Decoding with Cody. Of course, mkUltra Effect News 25, and what other channels that are putting out. So at least, when you're ready to maybe look at something, those channels are there. So just make sure if you're not already, acquainted and didn't know of, be sure to check them out, man, because it's essential. You need to know this. Remember, the shit that I've seen that seemed very important that, I just don't know it off by heart. I've seen the video, I've downloaded the video, but I haven't overly logged it in my brain to repeat and say it to you guys on this side. So that's why I keep referring you to. Right, what is this here? Is that another one? Is that a dub plate coming up? Oh, good thing I checked. Fucking hell, it's still sliding, and the slide changed to something else, then they come back. That happens sometimes. But anyway, June 7th, 2021 to when Liam Payne dies in 2024, October 16th, is 175 weeks. Yes, there's an overhang, 2 days, but imagine the diary of a CEO, but if you write out the diary of a chief executive officer equals 175. Interestingly. Yeah. What's this here now? I don't know what the fuck that's all. What's that? Oh, he was on Hot Ones as well. Hold up. He was on Hot Ones. Liam Payne, 42 and 78. Hold up, wait. Not Liam Payne 78, but there was a numerology when he. Hold up, let me see this. Was that? Hold up, what was that date I just saw? I just saw it recently. So quickly looking at Hot Ones, yeah. Everybody knows that Hot Wing show on YouTube. Hot Wings. Hot Ones. But he was on there on a date that had a life lesson of 42, just like when he went on, what do you call it? No, sorry, I'm chatting shit. The day that his birthday when he died. Sorry, not his birthday when he died. His birthday in 2021 had that life lesson and that numerology of 78. That's why I was picking up on it. Sorry, I've just gone back in the slides just to quickly see what the fuck was going on. Right up here, quickly scooting along forward. Okay. But anyway, definitely going with the 42 again. Liam Payne equals 42. Also, Freemason equals 42 as well. The Elite equals 42. Jesuit 42. Saturn 42. You know they're all about Saturn. Remember what we showed about Zane before? With the... What's that guy again? What's his name? Stephen Hawking, the guy in the wheelchair. The space guy. Worldly famous. That died a few years back. One Direction, 193, I'm sure it was, right? 44th Prime, 193. Anyway, 40 weeks and 4 days. It's from the Hot Wings show. But again, when he went on there, or to it this year on the annual, but anyway, when he was on there, it was the 42 as I already spoke about. No, do you know what I'm fucking supposed to say? Excuse me. I'm saying it right, but slightly wrong with the year. Basically, it was 2017. I didn't look good on the YouTube here. It's 2017 when he was on Hot Ones. And of course, I'm checking it out in the year that he died, right? And interestingly, you got the life lesson of 42 and the 78. And then going back to 2021 when he was on the CEO podcast YouTube thing. That's when you had this 78-42 thing going on. But anyway, again, Liam Payne equals 42. So we're getting the same year that he died, on the annual date of the Hot Wings, the Hot Ones, which is the 27th of July. And you got the 27 in there as well. Remember the 207 from the CEO show, that you had 207 days remaining. Interesting. You got the spanner dates, 11 weeks, 15 days, if you check the date. Again, killing and Masonic, if it is that. Well, his death definitely is what we're talking about. Simpsons didn't predict anything, did they? They never do. It's all showing you what they're going to be doing. And the day that he was on there, had a life lesson of 44 in 2017. 7 at 27, 2 at 0, 1 at 7. 44. And I'm sure One Direction equals 193. The 44th Prime, 193. Hold on, let me just check. I don't want to be chatting shit. Chief Executive Officer equals 207. Interestingly, but anyway, let me just double check One Direction. I'm sure it was 193. Yeah, 193, yeah. If you're at 1, so O-N-E, and then direction, you will get that. I think that was in ordinal. Reverse or ordinal, one of those. Either reverse ordinal or normal. A is 1 up to Z is 26. You'll see. Of course, go on the Muntrinator calculator and knock yourself out. What was that 175 I just spoke about again? Oh yeah, if you write out the diary of a chief executive officer, you get 175, and then it's 175 weeks. You do have a 2-day overhang, but 175 weeks from 2021, June 6th to when Liam Payne dies, October 16th. Right, I'm not sure why I've got this 22 up here. Is it Liam equals 22? Hold up, let me just double check. Is there a 22? Stephen equals 22. But that's not what we want. That's the host of the show. Why have I not got just Liam? Alright, here's just Liam by itself. Nah, I can't see anything with that. Even though there are some interesting numbers, considering, I mean, 73, ritual sacrifice and sacrifice 73. We've got 28 and 17, kill 28 and 17. Mason 17 or masonry? I think it's Mason. And remember, if you write out 44, you get 144. Liam, James, Payne equals 144. Again, kill and execution 44. And again, the 44th prime is 193. One direction 193. Remember, we just had 40 weeks and 4 days with the hot ones. Okay, I should be at the end of this by now. I'm just trying to make sure. Is there another 22 that I'm missing? Spicy wings equals 144. And 72. I'm gonna go with the 72 right now though, but it's there if you've been, you know, using the calculator. Hot ones 42 as well. Interesting. And 33. Right. Right. I think I'll call it a day. Yeah, I think I will. Covered everything really. I don't just want to, like, you know, overgo. I can't be bothered to go in real time look at the news right now. You just know it's all bollocks. Again, do not fall for their lies and deception. Obviously, past plowing into people, you know, at least 90-80%, you know, it's not, you know, what they give us. No, nobody just wakes up and thinks, oh, no, just let me just drive into people today. Oh, let me drive into Trump Tower. Oh, I'm just gonna shoot myself in the head. Then have, you know, some time so the bomb goes off after, unless they say otherwise. Wouldn't surprise me. Nobody cares anyway. And as I say, how the hell, with all that explosion, fire, all the melting of the guns, but of course they find a passport, you know, almost pristine condition passport, much like 9/11, for all the madness, burnt and ash and all that, you know, debris. They found 19 hijackers' passports, or however many they say they found, in conditions that you can get names and all of this stuff. Like, really? Really? Alright. You're chatting shit. Much like those that keep telling us we are crazy for not believing. Again, where is Zachary K. Hubbard? Make it make sense. Alright. Make it make sense. Because I want to know.
Mic check. I wanna know why I ain't looking. I wanna know why I don't look like that. I wanna know. I wanna know why I ain't looking like that. I wanna know. I wanna know why I ain't looking like that. Why we ain't looking like that? FTFE, McLooney Tune, this one, that one. Who's that one? Limey, something Lime or something. That I left a message on them. All of you, Global Mum, Sean Hawkins. I wanna know why we don't look like that. I wanna know. Yeah, cause speed is speed. I don't want to hear about like this Joker just now in the comments. I haven't read all what he's put yet, but just the entry part where he put out to say, "Yo, Bedrin, do you want to take away, reverse that opening statement? Because you know that's pretty stupid." Oh well, cause the gift you know the gift is sped up. Mate, you know MPH is MPH, yeah? When a comet's flying by, meteor, like a plane, like, you taking a piss? From the ground, we can't see no difference. When I'm showing you live feed from supposedly in space, you can't see no difference. Are you taking a piss? And we can't feel anything? I wanna know. Why don't we look like that? Mic check.
Maybe the environment is a little sick. That's bullshit.
On Friday.
These people are not crazy. They're strong people. The worst thing to call somebody is crazy is dismissive. I don't understand this person, so they're crazy. That's bullshit. These people are not crazy. They're strong people. Maybe the environment is a little sick.
You do remember elliptical orbits speed up and slow down. Make it make sense now. Globlins, globlins, globlins. Where art thou, globlins?
Maybe the environment is a little sick. That's bullshit.
24-hour sun with the final experiment and all of that, really the final observation. But my point is, why didn't you take planes so you can pop up on the other side? Because nobody ever does south to north circumnavigation. You do west to east and back and forth that way. Why is nobody doing up, down, or down, up, looping around the ball if we're on a flipping ball? Why didn't you rather spend how much thousands, £30,000 for each person to go on a trip to Antarctica when you could have done that type of move, which would have been much more, you know, like a one more step for man, you know, giant leap for mankind type of thing? Why didn't you go on that type of an expedition rather than what you went and done? It would have been a lot cheaper and much more eye-opening rather than looking at the lights of the sky, which don't dictate or judge what I'm walking on the ground, whether the ground is moving or not. In that sense, you know what I mean? Me watching the sun and clearly saying, "Oh, hold up, time lapses? Come on, man, around Polaris? It don't make no sense." It don't make no sense.
Call somebody is crazy.
I know I've said some mean things about flat earthers, and I don't know if I take any of it back. I know I've said about 1,000 times they all need to be thrown in a wood chipper, and I think that's also probably still true. Who's rooting for any... I know I've said some mean things about flat earthers, and I don't know if I take any of it back. I know I've said about 1,000 times they all need to be thrown in a wood chipper, and I think that's also probably still true. Who's rooting for anyone's death? I don't know if I've re-changed that opinion. I've been saying it since 2017. I'd say it's probably still true.
But how can you be...
Flat earthers in a wood chipper, I think the earth would be a better place. Even though these people are evil and sick, I don't really want to wish death on anybody. I don't think that's good karma.
So, again, for the millionth time, or hundredths at least, how can you be so contradictory? How does that work on your model if you're doing all those motions? Because you'd only get that time lapse if we're stationary. Get it? So make it make sense, please, Zach. Shout out to Zach anyway, as always, but you know, these aspects, I'm gonna keep my foot on your neck. Yeah, and any goblin, just for the fun of it. Like, what are you talking about? Because what you begin to realize is that lies and the deception, whether they realize it or not, of just how crazy this shit actually is. Like, hello, like, what the fuck is going on? There should be a crossroad, you know, a crossroad of logics that we all go past, man. Yeah? We can also, you know what? I'm with that, even if I don't get all of the other bits so much. That makes sense. How are we not feeling speeding up, slowing down elliptical orbits? How does that work? Make it make sense, dumbass.
Somebody is crazy, is dismissive. I don't understand this person, so they're crazy. somebody is crazy is dismissive. I don't understand this person, so they're crazy. That's bullshit. These people are not crazy. They're strong people. Maybe the environment is a little sick. The worst thing to call somebody is crazy. These people are not crazy. They're strong people. Maybe the environment is a little sick. That's bullshit. These people are not crazy. They're strong people. The worst thing to call somebody is crazy is dismissive. I don't understand.